I'm Anya, and I'm a singer-songwriter and producer, and I make music in my bedroom. I'm also a hopeless romantic and a professional romanticizer of life. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I document my life as an independent artist and show you what it looks like when you're the CEO and CFO of your very own mini music venture. So sit back and relax, grab an aesthetically pleasing drink and snack, and join me on my adventure of taking music from an idea on the Voice Notes app to a fully completed song and music video that ends up residing forever on the World Wide Web. Let's go! This is one of my favorite songs I've ever written, which is kind of random because it's so simple. You know, the chord progression is not groundbreaking in any way whatsoever. It's super straightforward. The melodies are very straightforward. There's nothing fancy about them. But I think it's that simplicity that makes me appreciate the song more. So let's dive into it. Had this chorus for a long time, from back in March of this year. And I sat down to write it, and it was kind of like it all happened within a span of like 15-20 minutes. And I have so many voice memos, voice notes from that day, like within that time frame of, and I could see the lyrics being put together. And one of the first lines that I had for the song was, "Driving in the blue light." Okay, updated country chorus. Montana sky? I don't know. Driving in the blue light, when rays turn into night skies, we sing along to songs that we don't know. My head out of the window, and time is stuck in limbo. This sure feels like a beautiful plateau, and I can tell I'll never feel like this again. It hurts like hell to be aware of it right then. Driving in the blue light, see the road in hindsight. I know it all under Montana sky. And then, as I was writing about this, an image started popping up in my head. And at that point, I had just finished watching, what is it? A Murder at the End of the World on Hulu. And there's this incredible scene in the first episode of that show where it's the main character Darby and her love interest, who is Bill, and they drive through the American wilderness, if you will, through the desert somewhere, and they're singing, and Lennox says, "No more I love yous." This is a very convoluted, complex inspo, but thus I have never heard this song before I watched this TV show. It's like do 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 ah do 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 do. Oh, it's an amazing song. Anyways, it's this perfect scene where they're driving in a car. It's blue light. It's like evening, going from sunset melting into the night, and they're in this car. They're singing along to the song, and they obviously don't really know it that well, the lyrics, and it's this incredible, intimate moment that offers this super insightful look into their relationship. And I thought about that scene so much when I was writing this chorus, and I think a lot of what the chorus says kind of reflects that, at least initially when I was writing it. So, driving in the blue light, highways turn to hindsight, we sing along to songs that we don't know, which is literally a description of that scene. My hand out of the window, like making little waves, and time is stuck in limbo. It sure feels like a beautiful plateau. Like when, in moments like that, when they're super simple, it kind of, I think that encompasses or encapsulates the human experience. You know, these tiny little, very simple moments that feel magical and almost feel like time stops a little bit and you just exist in that moment. And to me, that's what that scene was in that TV show, and then also what Montana Sky, the song, kind of came out of. It all came together, the verses, super last minute, because I was pressed for time. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this song, like, I need to start producing it. I need to start getting it to the live musicians, you know, to Victor for guitar and bass, to Yoed for strings, Chris for drums. And in order for me to send this out, it needs to be written. And I was cleaning my room, and this is so funny because I've had a lot of instances where I ended up writing songs, or at least lyrics for songs, while cleaning. Most of the Hopeless Romantic album was written while I was cleaning my room. So, you know. I think it's great because it keeps your brain occupied. So you're very focused, but not too occupied to where you can't think of other things. So it's like almost like a meditation process. Anyways, it happened during cleaning. And I wrote the rest of the song, which ended up being about sort of like an existential song, a fascination with life, almost like a meditation on life, being like, hey, you can go about it however you want, but make sure you take time to acknowledge how kind of magical it all is. It's mid-July. My voice is kind of gone because I was just sick for a whole week, which was the worst thing ever. Being sick in the summer is the absolute worst. Fight me on that. I think it's a fact. Anyways, I'm kind of on the clock. I'm running out of time to put together this next song. I have it written. I wrote the lyrics for it while I was cleaning, like 2 weeks ago. Then I got sick, couldn't sing. And so today, it's going to be janky. I was like, it's not going to sound nice. But it's enough for me to record like a little demo with my voice, then build the production around it, which needs to happen today. Otherwise, I'll run out of time. This song needs to be out in September, which means I need to finish the production for it in the next 2 weeks, send it out to Yoey for strings, Victor for bass and guitar, Chris for drums. Then they need at least 2-3 weeks to record everything. And we're already in August. No one needs to mix it. See what I'm saying? I'm on the clock. Anyways, this is a strange voice sound I have going on. But let's do this. I don't know how to feel about it. And there's a dead fly right there. I need to put it away. Anyways, let's do this. I had encountered the exact opposite problem as what I did with Diver. And in general, there's a theme with Montana Sky in that every part of the process was a challenge. It was something that I hadn't done before. It was like kind of delving into areas that I'm not as used to, which to me is good. I enjoy that because it means I'm learning something new and I'm kind of like expanding my range or knowledge of music. And so with Montana Sky, when I was producing it, I started with so many instruments in there, all these synths and electric guitars and melodies and everything. And I came back to it the next day and I was like, wow, this is like so crowded. You're not even paying attention to the lyrics anymore. And that's when I realized that this song actually needed to be as organic as possible because the lyrics were so pivotal to what the song was about that's what needed to be the focus of the song. Anything that I added in almost like took away from what the song was talking about. It made it sound less genuine almost. And so this is something I hadn't encountered before, where I started muting things and taking things away. To the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna record like single takes of me playing this on the piano all the way through. And just have like a couple piano tracks in there and then send it out to the guys and have them play everything else live, because the song talks about the beauty of being alive, and I thought that in order to really drive that point home, we needed as much of the track to be played and recorded live as much as possible. That's why also when I did the piano, I didn't cut it up in sections and did just like the verse and then the pre-chorus. I didn't do any copy pastes on the piano. It's all me playing it live as the track progresses, because I felt like it needed that movement. That's what the song turned out to be, is super live, relatively minimal compared to the other songs on this album, but I think it needed that. It's almost like a point of reflection coming off of when I fall in love, that has so many things happening in the arrangement, to then this, which feels very singular. And then for the video, the lyrics here are pretty obvious, so it was pretty straightforward that because they're so descriptive, especially in the chorus, I was like, all right, it has to be something on the road and I have to be in the car. That's what the lyrics are. We have to, in one way or another, reenact that. And so luckily I live in an area which has a lot of farms around me, so it means a lot of not busy roads. So me and my mom drove around one day and tried to find a very low traffic road. And so we put together this, my dad did put together this tiny little makeshift rig so I could put it on one of the mirrors in the car. So I sat in the car, put my phone on the mirror, and then pressed play and then recorded the thing, lip sync to the song. And same as with the song, with the production, the video was mainly just done in single takes of me lip syncing to the song, but I wanted it to feel a little bit more meditative, a little bit more magical. So I did the same thing we did with the diver video, where I sped up the audio ×2, and then sang at that speed, but then slowed it down for the video, so everything kind of moves a little bit more mysteriously. And I especially like that effect here because when I was driving in the car, we were going pretty fast, you know, the wind was blowing in my hair, and so the effect of slowing it down kind of provided more movement and seemed even a little bit more introspective. And then it was just a bunch of shots of me on the road, and then my dad yelling, car coming, and then me and my mom running off of the road and then going back. So this was all filmed by my mom. All of the videos this year were filmed by my mom on my phone. That's what we did here too. We were on the road. I was like, fix my hair with a brush, and then like doing lip syncing, walking, and then we're like, no, car, run, and then we ran off, and then we did it again and again. But it was gorgeous. It was such a fun experience. We were there at just the right time of day. I could see the sun setting, and so it all worked out really, really well. Empty road, try not get killed. Light is kind of perfect. Headband is giving glitter, and we're doing it. The song was, in every step of the way, it challenged me in an unexpected direction, and so I'm really glad that it all came together. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the song, and I shall see you in the next one. Is that something you say? I don't even know. Bye.
Driving in the blue light, highways turn to hindsight. We sing along to songs that we don't know. My hand out the window, and time is stuck in limbo. It sure feels like